Hi guys, so this is the village of Rower. Now I don't actually know the name of the church. Well, it's the ruins of a church there. You might be able to see it there behind me. But we have a huge graveyard here. Now you'll notice a lot of them have that lichen over them. But what we're going to do is take a few headstones, some that catch my eye, and we'll read them. We have a new section as well, but it looks interesting. As I said, this is a tiny little village, and we were literally just driving through. So I decided, look, I'm going to stop and have a look, and we found a few interesting ones. So let's have a walk around. Now the first thing I'm going to show you is the beautiful scenery. We have beautiful mountains just there, beautiful green fields, and then this beautiful cemetery. So let's just have a walk around and see what we find. As I said, I've already had a quick look, and there's a few lovely, interesting headstones. We'll start with Pat. And Pat was the son of Willie and Maggie. You filled Kilconley with love and laughter. July 1950 to March 2020. A dearly loved husband, father, grandfather and brother. Pat Calivan, I think it is, or Gallivan. And Pat actually has little robins on either side of his headstone there. Now this one to me looks quite old. Here lies the body of, it looks like Michael Gurran maybe, departed this life January 7th. That could be 1736 there. Not sure of his age. Does have some sort of design still left there. Wow, look at this one. This one has a tractor on it. Loving memory of Catherine McGrath, who died the 29th of January 1971, aged 87. Margaret died in 1973, aged 59. Her husband, Thomas, he was 96 when he died in 1987, and their son Thomas, 2018, aged 67. Isn't that gorgeous? That's the little tractor there, and a young calf. And it actually says here, you might not be able to see that, but it says, Dad, our hero. Isn't that beautiful? And then we have several plaques saying, Granddad, special dad, we love you. Gran. That is gorgeous. So you might notice as well that most of these older headstones are completely covered in that lichen. This is erected by John Ling of Mangan in memory of his mother Anne Ling. She was 45 when she passed in 1886. Also his sister Catherine, 1899. She was only 19 when she passed. His brother Michael passed away in 1899, aged 31, and his father James, 1930, aged 94. Beautiful white marble cross there. And beside it actually we have Ling as well. So they must be of the same family, I'd imagine. Erected by Thomas Ling in memory of his father John. He was 98 when he died in 1892. His mother Mary passed in 1882, but she was 82. And his daughter Annie Ling, she died in 1908 and she was only 27. The above Thomas then himself, 1913, aged 75, and his wife Mary, 1920, aged 80. Now the bottom of that cross looks like it has been replaced or fixed up. Now, what's this one? Erected by James Grace in memory of his father, Luke, who died April 1898, aged 80. The above James Grace died in 1904, aged 42 years. His niece, Margaret, she was only 30 when she passed in 1931. His sister, Bridget Walsh, 1958, aged 91. Also his nephew, James, 1973, aged 76. A native of Grange, the rower, volunteered for AS 1917 to 21. IO with C. Coy 5th Battalion, Kilkenny Brigade, IRA, during the War of Independence, and then also his wife Anastasia. Late of Grange, County Wexford, died May 2006 in her 90th year, so a good age there for Anastasia. And as I said, James then was a native of Grange and he volunteered for the AS. Now this one says, in loving memory of Richard Delahunty. He died December 1981, aged 77. His sister Bridie, Sister M. Dorothy, of St. John of God Convent, Subiaco, or Subiaco, not quite sure, Australia. Died July 1982, aged 80. Also her twin sister, Sister Anselm, died in Australia. She was 84 when she passed in 1986. And then his loving wife, Teresa, devoted mother and granny, died in her 90th year in 2019. But that is very interesting. Twin sisters, and they were also nuns as well. And both seem to have passed in Australia. Wow. Very interesting there. Now, just behind that one, we have another old headstone. Quite hard to read though. I do see age 57, but it's actually wrote in letters rather than numbers. I do see 1787 there, who departed this life. But down at the bottom, both lived in peace and in bliss. That is wrote down at the bottom. You probably can't see it there on camera because there is a plaque directly in front of it.
Yeah, it's age 49.
Was it? Age 49. We've another sister, Placidus Ling, daughter of the above Elizabeth Ling, aged 97, and she was interred in St. John of God Convent, Wexford. There's also a baby William there who died in infancy. So we've quite a few Lings. We've just read some more headstones of the Lings there. So quite interesting. I see an 1899 and a 1911 on this one. We would have had, maybe that is Jesus there. Almost faded. It looks like Lawrence Archer, in memory of her parents, Lawrence Archer and Mary. With some rails here with two beautiful crosses inside. Unfortunately, I can't get into to read them, but you can see it almost looks like they've been painted white, or at least parts of them have been painted white, with that lichen the way it takes over. Now, see another lovely headstone up here. And you can see as well that these headstones are literally packed beside each other. But before I bring you there, you might notice, as I nearly fall down a hole, you might notice that there's headstones just lying here and up here as well. Maybe they were just broken and they've had to move them to one side there. The headstone I want to bring you to now is this beautiful white marble. And as you notice, it is quite hard to walk around here. They're kind of packed on top of each other. But you see the beautiful shaking hands there. And one has the shroud and one is a shirt sleeve. So it's life and death. And this is erected by Patrick Meany in memory of his wife Mary. She died in 1911, aged 38. Also his mother Margaret. She passed away 1871, aged 40. His father John, 1887, aged 63. And his sister Johanna, 1902, aged 37. And then Patrick himself, 1946, aged 90. So a good age for Patrick. His sons are here as well. James, 1981. And John, 1982. His daughter Mary is here, 1992, aged 86. So, as I said, you can see the way they are packed. Very hard to get around and trying to avoid walking on graves as well. So you can see that a lot of these are full of that lichen. Here's a beautiful one as well. This is Jill Meany, 2012, aged 85. Sorry, it's Jim Meany. 2012, aged 85. Also his wife Mary, 2019, aged 82. And you can see that beautiful. It's almost like it's painted of our Lord there on the headstone as well. Wow, look at this one. Wow.
That's like the one I found in there. Where was that?
Tipperary. Guys, as I said, this is just a roadside stop. And we said we'd come in and have a look, and I decided to video it because there's some beautiful headstones. But we have not come across that. As you can see here, we have the angel. This is a full skeleton with a spear. I think he is holding a spear. Wow. We have a person here. This is the crucifixion of our Lord. Another person there, I'm not sure it's picking it up, but it's just here. Another angel just here. But look at that. That is amazing. I'm trying to see if there is a maker name on it, a stonemason's name, but I don't see it. But it says erected by James Elms in memory of his grandfather, William Toole, who departed his life December the 13th, 1814, aged just 59. Also his grandmother, Mary. And then it gets very hard to read there. I think it's 1825 just down here.
And the only thing that's different on that one, the one I found, was there was an hourglass on mine.
Yeah.
I don't see one there. But the strange part I see about it is
the way
this
he
guy
is
here is like he's
holding his stomach nearly, isn't he?
Yeah, and his legs are
So
in a funny position.
Yeah. And the face of him almost looks like he's smiling.
Skeleton.
Then we have this design up here as well. That is amazing.
An angel here as well.
And angels on either side. As I said, that's obviously our Lord. Just there. I think this might be a soldier here. Very hard to see it. Just here, the long coat. This guy, he's definitely holding his stomach. And then this is amazing. So if anybody knows the meaning behind this, And as I said, 1814.
There's a cross there like someone is being crucified.
Yeah, this is our Lord for sure.
So it's set in a scene of something. Maybe, you know, you have someone who's crucified, something got to do with death then.
Yeah. But this?
And then you have someone, I don't know, was he pierced in the
That's what I
stomach
thought actually with the
a
spear. Very, like, I mean, that's an amazing headstone. There's so much information just there, just at the top with those drawings. But I certainly haven't found anything like this. You have found similar, all right, in one of your videos. But that's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. It is lovely to find those because, as I said, we don't really find an awful lot of those kind of skeleton images. Now, we're at the back of another one that I want to show you. And you can just see, once again, the layout of graves. I'm walking on a curb now just to get around to show you. Now, these are obviously, you know, either completely new memorials or they are, you know, they've been restored. But it's this little one here, this beautiful white, snow white angel. And it looks like she holds a posy of flowers. But it's in ever loving memory of Mary, the darling child of Edward and Anastasia Flynn, Blackwell, Bennettsbridge, County Kilkenny, who died the 4th of April 1937, aged 5 and 10 months. Also of her two brothers who died in infancy. Anastasia Flynn died July 1966 and her husband in 1993, and it says at the bottom, "Blessed are they who pass away in childhood's happy years." That is quite sad actually, but such a beautiful little angel, and actually around her neck she has a cross. That is stunning. I think it's like a little posy of flowers she has just caught on her dress, and possibly a flower in her hand. That is beautiful. Wow. As I said, these are either new headstones or they have been restored. But she is a very pretty little angel, but extremely sad at just 5 years and 10 months. She didn't make it to her 6th year of life, unfortunately. So I've already almost twisted my ankle already. So you can just see, as I said, how packed they are together. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to these. These are literally on top of each other, and getting it round is quite hard. But I want to go down to the front again.
Little fairy on this one.
Oh, I don't think I've seen this one yet. This is for the Cahill family. Johanna, 1940. Mary, 1949. Dan, 1958. James, 1991. And his wife, I think it's Katie, 2006. And we have several little plaques here. Mum and Dad, if roses grow in heaven, pick a bunch from us. Place them in our parents' arms and tell them they're from us. That is beautiful. And we have this little fairy. She's beautiful. And then we have a little cherub just here as well, holding a little bird in his hand. So beautiful as well. So as I showed at the start of the video, the beautiful scenery. It's absolutely gorgeous. And as I said, a very small village, very quiet. And as we drove through, we seen it and we said we'd stop. Oh, look at this one. Now look at those rails. They are beautiful.
Wrought iron.
They are absolutely gorgeous. I bet they were painted like silver as well. Now the headstone we won't be able to read. We might be able to read some of the cross, and it is a beautiful cross as well. Lots of detail there, the embossed flowers up at the top. And I think it says erected by John Harrington,
Yes.
in memory of his beloved wife Mary. And it looks like 1895 maybe. She was only 25 when she died. Also his brother William. And that looks like 1905 there. Not quite sure when Mary passed. Could be 1895 there. (1736 or 56? 56 on this one. Edmund Murphy died in the year 1756, age 55, also his son. Michael, I think it is, 1779. Aged, is it 40? And his other son then, and then the writing becomes very hard to read. This one is quite unusual as well. I'm just walking on the curb here, but it looks like Mary maybe, Queen of the Most Holy Rosary. So it's actually, I think, Mary, and then the rosary is outlined on the headstone. That's very unique. It's erected by James Murphy in memory of his mother Margaret, 1928, and his father William, 1933, his aunt Anne, 1945, and his uncle Timothy, 1950. So quite a beautiful headstone there. And her face looks very sullen looking. But they are in a beautiful place of rest. So this brings us kind of into the newer section. We have some beautiful headstones here. In loving memory of Patrick Paddy Dwyer, 2001, age 68, and his loving wife Bridget, 2012. And there is a photo of them both on the headstone. But what's really nice here, if we have some plaques, and this one has his toolbox, his wrench and pliers. Dad, years may pass, tears may dry, but the memories of you will never die. Always loved, son Michael. And then we have another plaque there with a hammer and a screwdriver and a hammer or a mallet there.
A wrench.
Is it a wrench? Yeah, I see a wrench as well, but there's a hammer in his hand on the other side. And we have a beautiful poem. That is gorgeous. So we're going to walk down along this way. We have gorgeous little angels on this one as well, and a truck. Loving memory of Martin Freeman, 2008, in his 64th year. Also his daughter Una May, 2009, in her 35th year, and his wife Una, 2020. And you see the truck there. This is another beautiful one, like a pink kind of a marble. This is Bernadette Barry Savage, 2008. This one is lovely as well. Joan Walshney Power, June 2008, aged 80, and her loving husband Tom. He was 81 when he passed in 2010. And you see the rosary beads there on the headstone, and a picture.
An old photo of them when they were young.
It's an old photo of them, of Joan and Tom there. That's beautiful. So we'll go around this way. Loving memory of baby Tara Kate McGrath, 2011. And lots of little trinkets and little statues there as well. Wow, this one is beautiful. Look at the stones. In the centre we have two polar bears in a marble heart with red stones. And then we have these beautiful glossy kind of a pebble as well around the whole grave. And this is our daughter, sister Sabrina Whelan, 1989 to 2013, who died tragically at the tender age of 24. A life cut short, a life so filled, a life that touched so many. And you can see a beautiful photo of Sabrina here, and Sabrina was a very pretty young lady. And look at it, she's here as well on a plaque, and it says sister. Love always, Lisa, Dean and Megan. Another beautiful photo there of Sabrina. And she has lots of little cherubs and angels and birds and plaques. And then just beside Sabrina we have a dear husband, father, grandfather and great-grandfather, Patrick Whelan. He died in 2013, age 73. So I wonder, is Patrick Sabrina's granddad? And you can see that both of them actually passed away. Sabrina died in 2009 and Patrick passed October 2013. So they are both reunited once again. And then we have a lovely photo and it says here, Grandad. We have lots of robins and more cherubs for them. So very, very sad. Sabrina was far too young to pass away, but I mean, she's now with her granddad.
That's all in Irish.
This one is all in Irish, but it's John Higgins, 2016, and Mary Higgins, 2017. Mary was 73, and it looks like John was only 44 Blina Deesh and 73 Blina Deesh. But what is unusual, August is Irish for and, so they have left this space, and other names I'm sure will go in there. So we're going to walk just up here. Oh, look at this. We have a sausage dog.
I found a headstone.
We have a new burial here, just to say, but I want to show this before we go up to the headstone that you want to show me. This is a sausage dog, look at that. With a potted plant inside it. And it's for Sis Kehoe, our mother, and John Mills is there as well. That is so cute. Now we've just spotted this as well. It has the Irish Republic to the people of Ireland. The provisional government wrote here, Irish men and Irish women, in the name of God and of the dead generations from which he receives her old tradition of nationhood Ireland. So we'll have to have a little look. I might have to go around by your way, grave visitations, because I'm not going to be...
I see a can of Red Bull on it there. And
oh,
fat
wow.
frog and stuff.
Sorry now, you're on camera whether you like it or not. This is Sinead Breen, 1983 to 2017. So very young for Sinead as well. But you can see on the headstone there, two cans, one a fat frog and the other a Red Bull.
And that looks like a little mini slot machine.
A little slot machine as well there.
Jackpot now.
Oh yeah.
So maybe she
Just at the base here,
likes
there's a
to
slot.
live a fun life.
Yeah. Right, so we're going to walk up along here. This is the last few headstones. This is the ruins of the church itself. Look, it's completely overgrown, but it's completely sealed up as well. Windows, doors, the whole lot. This is a beautiful monument. Audley, it says.
Big American connection on this now.
Audley, in loving memory of Thomas Audley, June the 7th, 1878, age 65. Sarah Audley, wife of Thomas, 1894, age 68, and of their children, Deborah, 1916, age 58, interred at Chicago, Illinois, USA. Wow. And then Charles Audley, April 1924, age 70, interred at Seattle, Washington, USA. And Samuel Audley, 1943, aged 81, interred at Seattle, is it? Washington, USA. And then Alice, 2018, aged 92. And it says, erected by Samuel Audley, son of Thomas and Sarah Audley, St. Paul, Minnesota, USA. So great connections there to USA, to Chicago, to Washington. Absolutely amazing. And actually, I've just seen ling again. So there's actually a lot of lings in this area. So guys, what a beautiful cemetery. And so much to see in here, so many headstones, some beautiful, beautiful headstones. A lot of sorrow for a lot of families over the years. So guys, that's it. I will pop up the name of the cemetery when I find it. As I said, we're just in a little village that we were driving through, but how amazing. So always stop if you are driving and you find a cemetery. Well, we always do anyway. We always stop to have a look. But I mean, this is, you know, a beautiful, beautiful cemetery. So definitely, if you see something, stop, go in, read some headstones, remember the people that are buried, and call out a few names. It's so important to remember those that, you know, sometimes they're forgotten. Family have, you know, the line in the family has stopped. But for now, guys, I'm going to finish the video here. If you like this kind of video and you like my content, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, put it on to all notifications, so you will know when I have uploaded, when I have premieres, or when we go live. But from now, it's actually quite muggy today, but it's really warm. So guys, take care, God bless, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.